God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 2 of Your Journey is Not Over. My name is Tanya Pearson Randolph. This is my own personal journey, and the expressions and opinions are of my own. I own all the rights to my personal journey, and to Your Journey is Not Over. Neither are to be used, copied, or edited in any way without my consent. Not really knowing what train to jump back on, because I do have a few on the tracks. So I just sit down, I pray, and I clear my energy. And I begin to write. I trust what comes out is what needs to be shared and heard. I truly give all the credit to God, because once I begin, my pen just flows. It's like I channel in, and before I even realize it, I have 15 to 20 pages wrote. Well, today's podcast is going to be straight back into what brought about my anxiety, my depression, massive panic attacks, and what quickly led to agoraphobia, a fear of leaving my home completely. As I describe it now, time stopped. At least for me it did. And it stopped for almost 2 years. My life as I knew it, as it had always been, very active, working 50 to 80 hours a week at the urgent care. Normal, my normal. Eat, sleep, and repeat. Lots of energy always. I've never lacked for being known as high energy. Looking back now and reflecting, and please do keep in mind, when you do your reflecting on your healing journey, you catch things that you didn't at the time. It's almost like you're an outsider and you're looking back, replaying certain events. You not only catch and see things differently, you now will have a completely different perspective. But you also begin to then understand how things unfolded. Not always the most pleasant of ways neither, but it moved you to where you were supposed to be. We may not understand at the time, but one day you will understand it all, is what my grandma always said. Well, again, looking back, I had to, like so many things in my life, I had to experience the panic attacks, the anxiety, the depression, the agoraphobia, again firsthand, so that I now know exactly how crippling it can be. And so that I could, again, like everything else in my life, overcome it and then be relatable and help others to overcome it as well. When I do talk about this period in my life, people are like, "You suffered from that? There's no way." And I always have to say, yes way. I was that girl who didn't walk out my front door, did not leave my house for 6 months. When I say I locked down, I truly did. But again, going back, I do remember still going through the motions, still on autopilot. After all the trauma brought about with my mother's death and the cremation that should have never taken place, legally nor morally. Not getting to have some kind of closure with my mother was traumatic for me. I am not the type of person that likes to go with things left unsaid or unsettled. Again, closure, which brings comfort and peace for our minds and our souls. And I do want to say this. Yes, it was traumatic for me that she died and how I found out. And then again, the cremation. Had she have been taken to her plot in Kentucky and buried, where her headstone was already in place, traditional, generational, I would have been more settled. And even to this day, and then, nobody could produce one thing for me. Nothing in writing by my mother, that being cremated was her wishes. So yes, that was unsettling, and it still is. It was traumatic. And I've had close friends ask me, why do I care? Of course, understanding these questions in their hearts and the intent behind the questions, because of she and I having a horrible relationship, being estranged from one another for periods of years at times. My simple answer is because she's my mother. How my mother felt about me, the hatred, the disdain, the jealousy that she displayed toward me, well, those were her actions and her feelings towards me, not mine toward her. I was taught by my grandma, and I now realize that my grandma was speaking from experience. Having had a mother herself who suffered from mental illness, and then seeing the same actions and behaviors from her daughter, my mother, she would tell me, "You don't have to love her actions, nor her words, but you must love her for one reason and one reason only, because she is your mother, and God used her to bring you into the world." So I went through my entire life obeying exactly that. And after I broke the Stockholm Syndrome, as I now call it, I did that for my kids more than myself. Again, looking back, I learned to love her at a distance. Distance became healthy for me. I couldn't heal myself being stuck on the same hamster wheel and repeating cycles that had created so much hurt and so much pain and so much trauma. But even at a distance, I still loved my mom. I forgave her the last time I seen her and I kissed her goodbye and I told her I love you. I released all of that, not just for her, but for myself, so I could move forward and not hold on to the past. I had no way of knowing that her death and what I ultimately would uncover after her death would lead me down a path that my mind, my soul was not prepared for. Not at all. Here's some things I picked to share today that has helped me on my healing journey, and I pray it helps you too. I do not own the rights to the things that I chose to share today. 8 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never run a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live your life for you. Number 3, give it time. Time is healing. Number 4, don't compare. The only person you should try and be is the person that you were yesterday. Number 5, stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Just know in time, you will get there. Number 6, it's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. No one but you. Number 7, smile. Life is short, so please enjoy it while you have it. And number 8, don't seek revenge. Revenge is mine, saith the Lord. The best revenge is going on with your life and being happy. May I remember that every day I get to complain or be grateful, blame others or work on myself, feed my fears or feed my dreams, speak badly of others or bless them, give up or keep trying, think of the worst or think of the best, follow the world or follow my heart. We all have choices. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 17. You don't have to be like anyone else. God made you for a reason. And this one was sent to me by a friend in San Diego. I love you, girl. How we walk with the broken speaks so much louder than how we sit with the great. Your old pages remember every hurt. Your new ones whisper hope. Both belong to your journey, but only you decide how the next chapter is written. Wellness isn't about fixing yourself. It's about noticing when you're tired, when you're stressed or overwhelmed, when your routine no longer feels right, when your body needs a different pace, less forcing, more understanding, choices that fit where you are, taking care of yourself as you are, not as you should be. That's real wellness. And I will end today with one of my favorites, Romans 12, verse 12. Don't quit in hard times. Pray harder. This concludes my podcast for today. Please join me next Tuesday. Listen in, and always remember your journey is not over. God bless.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've